Hey guys, let's discuss new problem from graph, which is called find the number of provinces. Okay, so you would be given one 2D array. Let's say the 2D array is something like this: 110, 110, and 001. Okay, let's say they are representing cities. Okay, the mapping is between cities. So you have three cities: C1, C2, C3, and then again here C1, C2, C3. Okay, so when there is a path from city 1 to city 2, you will get 1 in the matrix. Otherwise, you will get 0. So for example, from C1 to C1, it is obvious 1, right? So diagonally you will have all 1 because C2 to C2 yes, C3 to C3 yes. Okay, what else you have? You have path from C2 to C1. Here you can see 1, right? And then you have a path from C1 to C2. Here you have 1, right? So if I try to draw the graph of this, okay, how it will look like. So let's say this is C1, C2, and this is C3. So they are saying from C1 to C1 I have one path, from C1 to C3 to C3 I have one, and from C2 to C2 I have one path. Okay, now next is C1 to C2 I have one path. So C1 to C2, this one. Okay, and then C2 to C1 1. So C2 to C1 1. It is obvious because this is undirected graph. So if there is an edge between C1 to C2, then definitely there will be path from C2 to C1 as well. Fine. So this one is done. So you need to find the number of provinces. See, number of provinces means that if you travel from city 1 to city 2, so they will be in a same province. If you can't travel, if there is no path exists, then that will be in different province. So basically you need to find number of connected components. Okay, number of components in a graph. So for example, if you see here, this is one graph. Okay, C3 is not connected to any other nodes, but still it is a graph with two components. One component is this C1, C2, another one is C3. So basically number of provinces is 2 here, means number of components is 2 here. Okay, and how you will find it? Very simple. If you remember, we were using one for loop. Okay, we were using one for loop in DFS and BFS. I told you that if you need to switch from component 1 to component 2 and both components are not connected, but you need to traverse those nodes as well, right? So how you can do that? Using for loop only. So whenever you are coming back to this for loop, okay, you found that the component is completed. Now you need to switch to another component. That time you will just have one variable and then increase the value of that variable. Okay, how you will do that? Let's see. So what is happening in the code is let's check. See, initially this is your find circle function. Okay, and then it is taking it. So input is 2D array. Okay, and this one is the input you have given. So you will find the length of is connected. Okay, that will be your number of vertices, and then one visited array. So visited array we take in every problem of the graph, right? So it will indicate that which vertex is visited and which one is not visited, so that you cannot go and revisit that vertex again. So you have a graph something like this. C1 is connected to C2 and then C3 is here. Okay, you need to find number of vertices. So initially you have this visited array. Okay, 1 2 3. Size of visited array is the number of vertices. This is for 0 1 and 2. Now this is your visited array. Okay, so for loop you will run one for loop. Okay, for I equal to 0. When you first time run this for loop, you will check visited 0 is empty. Yeah, it means false. Initially all will be false. Okay, so yeah, it is false. So what you will do? You will run this DFS function for 0. Okay, so DFS 0 will get called. So again 0 for 0 it will come here. This is your DFS function. Okay, so it will visited 0. It will mark it to true. So this one got marked to true. Now you will run one for loop j equal to 0 to j is less than graph length, because you need to check this vertex is connected with all other vertices or not. Okay, so first you will check for j equal to 0, I equal to 0, j equal to 0. So j equal to 0 you will check. Okay, graph 0 comma 0 is equal to 1. Yeah, correct. Okay, this is your C1, this is your C2. So 0 comma 0 is 1, and visited j means visited 0 is false. No, but this is true because we have marked it here too, right? You don't need to process for the same graph, right? So same vertexes, so that's okay. We will leave it. So we'll not run this, will not go inside if. Then j equal to 1. Now j equal to 1 will run. Okay, so 0 to 1, is there path exist from 0 to 1? Yes, correct, it exists. Okay, so it will run DFS for 1. So DFS for 1 will get executed. Okay, it will come here again. So visited 1, it will mark it to true. Okay, and then it will again check for j equal to 0. J equal to 0, it will check is there 1 comma 0, any path exists for 1 comma 0. So let's say let me write it down here again. 110 110 001. Okay, so this is your 0 1 2, and this one is 0 1 2. So now check 1 comma 0 path exists. 1 comma 0, yes, path exists. So in that case and visited j means visited 0 is false also. No, visited 0 is true. Okay, so we'll not proceed further. And then j equal to 1. Okay, j equal to 1. 1 comma 0 is done, 1 comma 0. Okay, now j equal to 1, so 1 comma 1, it is 1, but it is already traversed, so you will not run that function again. Okay, j equal to 2, 0 comma 2, 1 comma 2, you will check, it is 0, so no need to go further, check further. Okay, again you will back to this I equal to, so I equal to 0 is done. Now you will back to this function again, for I equal to 1. Okay, so for 0 it will increment the value of province. Okay, province equal to, initially it was 0, now it is 1. Now when you come back for the I equal to 1, okay, you will check visited 1 is false. No, visited 1 is not false. Okay, I equal to 2, so visited 2 is false. No, yes, it is false. Okay, so it will go inside and it will run for DFS2. Okay, and then what will happen for DFS2, it will mark it to true, and then it will run for 2 comma 0, 2 comma 1 and 2 comma 2. So it will check for 2 comma 0, it is 0, so no need to check further. 2 comma 1, it is 0, no need to check further. 2 comma 2, it is 1, but visited 1 is already true, so no need to go further. Okay, then you will come back here again, province plus plus, so province will become 2. Okay, and then you will return province because for loop is completed, so you will return to 2 will be your answer. That's it. Thank you.